Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking the next installment in the WWE 2K series as WWE 2K23 is now officially confirmed. So before we get into all the details, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on this game, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's talk WWE 2K23, as following the success of WWE 2K22, 2K have now officially confirmed that 2K23 is in development and they've provided a release window, though that's something that we're going to circle back to later in this video. The news of WWE 2K23's confirmation comes as part of 2K's quarterly earnings call to investors, where the company touted a triumphant return to the squared circle release of WWE 2K22, before going on to note that the game achieved the highest Metacritic scores on both Xbox and PlayStation platforms in franchise history. It was also revealed that in its first 4 weeks of release, WWE 2K22 exceeded the sales levels seen for both WWE 2K19 and WWE 2K20, with the company also emphasizing the fact that this was achieved in March rather than the typical holiday season. According to the investor call, consumer engagement with the title was also said to be outstanding, with over 140 million in-game matches played to date and over 5.6 million hours of content viewed on Twitch. After revealing how well WWE 2K22 did, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick went on to thank 2K and the WWE team at Visual Concepts for their commitment to re-establishing this incredible franchise, and then thanking WWE for their immense support in launching this year's game, stating that he's looking forward to continuing to build upon their successful partnership in the years to come. While we don't have any confirmed details surrounding contracts, Strauss's words indicate that 2K and WWE will continue to work together in the coming years, which would indicate that both parties have struck up a new deal following the success of 2K22, as prior to the game's release, various sources claimed that the partnership was close to ending, with claims that WWE had spoken to EA Sports about them potentially taking over the yearly franchise. Now, it's unknown if there were any truth to those reports, and even if there were, given the triumphant return of the series, I would imagine that any plans to change developers have now been dropped. What we do know though is that 2K officials did meet with Stephanie McMahon and other WWE high-ups back in March to celebrate the launch of the game, where there's a good chance that plans were put in place to continue their working partnership. Now, while this news may not sound particularly interesting to the general player, the biggest takeaway from this news is just how well the game sold following that March release date, as the sales figures and the positive reaction to them would indicate that 2K may try to replicate this for WWE 2K23. Now, if they do plan to try and replicate it, this would appear to be a big change in opinion, as prior to the release of 2K22, it was rumoured that 2K was set on releasing the game in time for the holidays to help boost sales, though now, having seen the data for the March release and how well the game sold, I would imagine that the current plan would be to stick to this release window, at least for 2K23, and see how well that game performs, so that they can then determine if a March release is best for the franchise going forward, or if the increased sales this year were just inflated due to the fact that there's not been a WWE game for 2.5 years. Circling back to the confirmation that WWE 2K23 is in development, along with the confirmation, 2K released their upcoming release schedule, which did include 2K23 on the list, along with the release date. However, the date listed is Fiscal 2023, which is a period that runs from October 1st, 2022, all the way up to September 30, 2023. What this means is that until an actual release date is announced, the current plan is to have the game released anytime from October this year to September next year. Initially, I'd heard unconfirmed rumours that the developers planned to return to the regular release window for 2K23, though that was prior to 2K22's release, which, as you now know from what I mentioned earlier, was a huge success and it went on to set records for the franchise. So knowing this, I will predict that the game will be held back until March, as not only does it give the developers more time to work on the game, but it also allows 2K to continue to promote and sell 2K22, as given the critical reception to the game, they'll want to promote it for as long as they possibly can. Now, I will state that that is just my opinion, as that isn't confirmed by 2K. The only confirmations that we do have that are 100% confirmed is that the game is in development and that it is planned to release between October 1st, 2022 and September 30, 2023. So let me know what you make of this in the comments. Would you prefer to see the game held back until March, or would you prefer them to go back to the regular release window that sees the game come out at the end of the year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on the game, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.